Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun tutorial for y'all. I'm going to show y'all how to crochet sunflower granny squares. So if you've been on any type of social media here lately, you probably have seen just how popular granny squares are. It seems like they've always really been popular, but there's a lot of them floating around right now. So how fun is it if you can incorporate a sunflower into a granny square, right? So they're really easy to make once you get the hang of them. And I am using just a worsted weight acrylic yarn. I'm using most of it's, I love this yarn, the black, brown, and yellows. I love this yarn. And then the white is Bravo yarn, but any acrylic worsted weight yarn will work, or you can even use cotton depending on what type of piece you're making. But so you'll need a black, a brown, a yellow, and a white. Some people line them with cream instead of white. I like white, so I'm using white. And then you also need a crochet hook. I am using a J or 6mm. This is a Furls crochet hook. I'll make sure to link below. So if y'all want to check those out, if you like my crochet hook. And we'll jump right in and get started. The first thing I want to mention is that it's basically 4 rows. The middle row is the black row, and it is made up of double crochet. The second row is brown, and it is made up of puff stitches. The third row is our yellow row, and it is made up of cluster stitches. And if depending on what you're doing, you can make any colors of these, and these turn out beautiful. And our fourth row, which is our white round, is what makes it look and turn into a square in the granny style, which is made up of treble stitches, chains in the corners, double crochets, half double crochets. These are doubles, trebles. So, and we'll get into that. I'll show you exactly how to do these. Okay, so to get started, for the sake of the tutorial, I want to be using different colors as opposed to the black and the brown because it's a little bit hard to see on dark colors what I'm doing. So as I'm working it, it'll be easier if I use a lighter color. So if you were starting and you wanted to make a sunflower, you would start, your first round would be black, your second round is going to be brown, your third round is going to be yellow, and your last and final fourth round is going to be white. So we'll start round 1 by making a magic circle or a magic ring. To do that, you'll take your tail of yarn to the left, and your working yarn will be in to the right. And you're going to wrap it and make like a circle, kind of like so. You're going to take your crochet hook, go under the circle, grab the yarn, working yarn, and pick it up, and that is how you make a magic circle. And you pull the tail, and it'll make it a little bit smaller if you want to. And I'm going to go ahead and chain 3, and this chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So this is our first stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work 15 double crochet in this ring, and it'll give me a total of 16 stitches since this chain 3 counts as a stitch. So I'm going to work 15 double crochet. Okay, so I worked my 15 double crochet in there, and I'm now going to pull the center ring and close the circle. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 to finish our round. But I'm going to go ahead and grab my next color. I'm using a different color here so y'all can see instead of brown. We'll hit slip stitch with my next color, because this is how I like to change colors I'll be using. The next color, like so. And slip stitch. So after round 1, you should have a total of 16 stitches because our chain 3 counts as a stitch. Going on to round 2, we are going to be working a round of puff stitches. So we are going to chain 2, and we're going to work a puff stitch in the very first stitch. So to work a puff stitch, you will yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on hook. You will yarn over, insert your hook again and pull up a loop. That'll be 5 loops. You'll repeat that twice more. Yarn over, pull up a loop, 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 9 loops on your hook. Once you have 9 loops on your hook, you can yarn over and pull through all 9 loops and chain 1 to secure. So you're going to repeat that all the way around and work a puff stitch in every single stitch. So I'll show you all that again once more. Yarn over, insert, pull the loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull the loop, 5 loops, yarn over, insert, pull the loop, 7 loops, yarn over, insert, pull the loop, 9 loops, yarn over, pull through all 9, chain 1 to secure. And that's how you work a puff stitch. And I'm going to go ahead and work a puff stitch, 1 puff stitch in each stitch around. Okay, and I have worked 16 puff stitch all the way around, 1 in each stitch. And I am going to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of this first puff stitch. And slip stitch like so. And cut my yarn. And then we'll attach our next color here in a second. But first, I do want to mention that if it is trying to curl like this on you, that is perfectly normal and that is okay. It will lay out and be flat once we finish the square like this. It'll lay flat like this once you finish. And I haven't even blocked these yet. I'm going to, but I have not yet. So you can see how flat it lays even before it's blocked, but it will lay flat once we get a few more rounds on it. So going on to round 3, I'm going to attach a yellow yarn for the next round. I'm just going to make a slip knot. So I just made a slip knot, put on my hook, and any chain stitch between the puff stitch, you can attach your yarn to. So I'm just going to pick a spot here and slip stitch in that chain stitch between the puff stitches. So once you've attached your next color yarn for round 3, you're then going to chain 2, and we're going to work a cluster stitch in each chain 1 stitch in between the puff stitches. So to work a cluster stitch, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook and pull the loop, and then we're going to kind of do like a double crochet, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, but we're going to leave these 2 loops on our hook, and we're going to yarn over again, insert back into the same stitch and pull up another loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 3 loops, and you're going to leave those on your hook. Yarn over, insert in the same stitch, pull the loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, 4 loops, and we're going to do it once more. Pull through those bottom 2 until you have 5 loops on your hook. Then you will yarn over, pull through all 5. And I like to chain 1 to close it all and to finish it off. So we're going to work another cluster stitch here. And to do that, I'll do that again. Yarn over, insert and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the bottom 2 loops in your hook. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop. Yarn over and go through the bottom 2, 3 loops. I'm going to do that twice more. 4 loops. Once more. 5 loops. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 5, and I like to close it with a chain stitch. So you're going to repeat that all the way around, placing a cluster stitch in each chain 1 space between the puff stitches, and I'll meet back up with y'all after I go all the way around with that. Okay, so once you've worked a cluster stitch in each of the chain stitches between the puff stitches all the way around, you can then slip stitch into the top of the very first cluster stitch, and that will finish round 3. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this yarn and get my last and final color, which I'm going to trim it in white, and we'll start on round 4. So I've put a slip knot of the white yarn, which is what I'm going to use for round 4, on my crochet hook, and you're going to join it and slip stitch in any of the chain 1 spaces between any of the cluster stitches. So you can just pick one, and I'm going to slip stitch to it, tail out of the way. So then round 4 is probably going to be like the most complicated of the rounds because you switch back between treble crochets, doubles, and half double crochets to make the square be even. So we're going to start by making a corner. So we're going to chain 4, and this chain 4 is going to count as a treble crochet. And I'm going to go ahead and work 2 more treble crochets, and do that you yarn over twice, insert your hook and pull up a loop, and you're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. I'm going to do that once more. And then I'm going to chain 3 and work 3 more treble crochets in this same stitch, so we'll have our first corner. Okay, so there is your first corner. So I want to be working in every chain space between the cluster stitches. So this next chain 1 space here, I'm going to place 3 double crochet. Okay. The next one, chain 1 space, I'm going to place 3 half double crochet. Okay. The next one, I'm going to place 3 double crochet. You can see there how it's a flat, trying to be like a flat edge. And then this next chain 1 space, we're going to do what we started with, except for the chain 4. We're going to work 3 treble crochet, chain 3, and 3 more treble crochet in this next chain 1 space to make our next corner. So 3 treble, and when I say, so 3 treble, and when I say treble, triple or treble crochet, it both means the same. I see a lot of people refer to it as triple crochet, but when I learned, for some reason, I called it a treble crochet. I'm not for sure why. Okay, so there's 3 treble crochet, chain 3. We'll kind of turn, and we're going to do 3 more treble in the same chain 1. And then there's like, you can see like our first side, like so. 2 corners, and then when we go back, we're going to do kind of like we done over here. We're going to do 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochets, and 3 double crochets before we get back to our next corner. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the next, chain 1 space, then I'm going to do 3 half double crochets, and then I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the next chain 1. And then we're going to work another corner in the next one. So you're going to work 3 treble crochets, chain 3, and 3 more treble crochets on this chain 1 space. Chain 3, and 3 more treble crochet. Okay, and you lay it out. What we got so far. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat back around like I've been doing I'll work 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, 3 half double crochets, 3 double crochets, another corner of 3 treble, chain 3, 3 treble. You'll then do 3 more double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and 3 double crochets. And then you'll slip stitch into the 4th chain of that chain 4. And I will go ahead and work that and meet back up with y'all when I get ready to slip stitch. Okay, so I've made it back, and you will slip stitch into the 4th chain up of that chain 4. And you can cut your yarn, and you can go ahead and weave your ends in if you want. You can block them if you'd like to. I'm going to block mine. You don't have to, just depends on preference. You can block them or weave the ends in and just go ahead and start joining them or however. And that's how easy it is to crochet a sunflower granny square. I'll lay this one here next to it because this is what it looks like if you use the sunflower colors. But that's how easy it is. And I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and check out my blog and my YouTube channel for other free crochet tutorials and patterns. And happy crocheting, guys!